welcome to the next AJ's Adventures. You join me here at a new venue. It is the lake at 9 acres over in Eastwood in Essex. Now today we have got a different AJ's Adventures for you. We've taken some feedback from the recent socials, and we're going to go back to my childhood, and we're going to catch as many carp as we can on day ticket waters and see if we can get bending the rod as much as possible. 9 acres, or the lake at 9 acres here, was built originally for family members, but it's now turned into a members only ticket, but there are memberships available. It's around 2 acres, 8 feet deep, and it's got some amazing various different strains of carp in. We've got mirrors and commons, which you'd expect everywhere. We've got some ghosties, some grass carp, so we've got a lot to go at. Now the guys at Swimbooker have kindly set me a lovely challenge. It wouldn't be an AJ's Adventures without one. And today we're going to see if we can get £50 worth of carp in the net, which will go to our yearly total, which is the overall challenge. But I'm not going to catch them sitting here, so let's get on the bank, get the rods out and see if we can get amongst them straight away. So day sessions are all about finding the fish as quickly as possible to get that first bite to see what's working. Now we're at the far end of the lake. We've got an island in front of us which gives us a nice platform to work with straight away. We've seen a couple of fish quite close in. So I've got some pre-made mix that I made last night. Try and do things like this before you actually come, because it saves you time on the bank. So I'm going to put a couple of handfuls out now, just along this margin to my right, and then I'm going to get a couple of other rods, one on a zig, one on a solid bag as normal, in the far left margin to over to the left where we got some overhanging trees, and then we can see what's working and then look at changing either one or two of the other rods to match what's working. So that's a few handfuls in there, just in the margin where I've seen a couple of them. See if we can get them feeding on the deck. It's going to be another warm day, so we're not going to get long before they start appearing on the upper layers, which is where the zig will come in very handy later on. But let's get a rod on that and see if we can get them on the deck before they start to sunbathe. What we got? So another tactic to make sure you can get your rods out as quick as possible. Obviously each day session we're going to be doing, each rules is going to be very different. This is a barbless rule on here, so I've got a nice rig board ready with all my barbless set up. Okay mate, thank you. So because I'm down this right hand margin and I don't want to spook the carp off too much, I'm just waiting for this line to go completely slack. So I've just given it quite a bit, let it drop nicely as always. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit that on the rod and let all that slack go down, and then tighten that up in a minute. Bite alarms on, just in case it does go off in the meantime. But I'll set that bobbin in a minute once I'm happy that everything's laying on the floor nicely and hidden away from the carp. Now I've just got to find the right length. being a bit more cautious than I normally would. Two reasons. One is the first carp of a new lake always puts that added pressure on. Secondly, barbless hooks. It's been a while since I fished barbless, and as much as they are as good as barbed hooks, you just have to be that extra bit careful, because they can just pop it out straight away, especially this one that's shaking all over the place. But that is him in the net, and I've still only got one rod out. Well, I've got no rods out now, so as much as I'd love to stand here and talk, I need to get this rod back. How's that for the perfect start? I'm guessing around 12 pounds, but look at that moon scale right in the centre of his body. Perfect fish. Now the challenge is 50 pounds worth of carp. There's no better way to start than having the rod in less than half an hour. Still haven't managed to get the other two in. I'm now currently sitting with no rods in, so I'm going to get this one straight back and see how quickly we can smash this challenge. So £4 on the nose, so that'll be £11 forward to start with. We'll take that. Now my maths isn't great, but I believe that's about 39 to go. So managed to get two rods out finally. We've had one fish already, 11.4. Now, because I've had that fish quite quickly and it was on the deck on a small little pop-up, I was going to put a solid bag out. However, I'm going to go again with a combi rig, but to the left-hand margin behind me here. Now, the reason I'm not going to do a solid bag is because where they take that bit of time to tie up, and I'm still confident that we're going to get a fish every cast, I don't want to be tying solid bags all day. I think if I go with a single hook bait with a bit of bait around it, we can catch them a lot quicker and get the rods out quicker afterwards. So on that, I'm going to change this rod from a solid bag over to the combi rig, and let's see if we can get some more carp before we have that first brew. Well, I'd just like to say I think I got a bit overexcited with that first fish because he's gone quiet since. Oh, hello. This one's in a hurry. Oh, it's a little minnow. Look at this for the perfect little common. Probably one of last year's spawn, I would have thought. But that's two now. Now these, because we're expecting a few of these today, we're going to class these as £2. So we're now on 13.4. Let's get her back, him back, and then let's see if we can get one of those bigger ones.